Well, we had record heat today. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. And record set at LaGuardia, 82, JFK, 81, Islip, 83, Newark, 84, Bridgeport, 75, and record max minimum temperatures are also possible today, but we won't know that until midnight tonight, so we still have 2 hours to go for that. But anyway, yeah, very warm day today across the area. Plenty of sun. The sky was nice, though. We did have blue sky, so did get out there and take some, walk around and take some pictures of some of the fall colors. I have a short video for you of it, but couldn't walk too far in this heat. It was into the 80s. It was pretty brutal. And then nighttime, still pretty warm. A few of the clouds, but still you got that nearly full moon out there shining through the clouds. A few passing clouds, but other than that, nothing really going on out there in terms of weather. Tomorrow's going to be a lot different than today, unfortunately, and that four-letter R word is back in the forecast again. So let's go to our climate statistics for the day first. We'll show you the satellite as well. So you'll see we have a cold front, a very slow-moving cold front with a wave of low pressure along it, because we just can't seem to get cold fronts without waves of low pressure along them. And you can see the clouds starting to stream in now from that. If you look at the weather map, you'll see there's the cold front, and there's a couple of waves of low pressure on it because we can't have normal cold fronts anymore. So let's look at today's statistics first of all, before we get into the crap that we're going to get back into tomorrow. Islip, 83 at record high, and that smashed the old record of 75, set back in 1971. That's 23 degrees above normal. Our normal high is supposed to be 60. The low of 56, that is, we'll have to see if that's not a record low minimum yet, but some sites may break it. That was 13 degrees above normal. So we're 18 degrees above normal for the day, an average temperature of 70 for the day. And just to take a look at precipitation, it seems like we've had a lot of rain, but the problem is we have the rain. It's mostly light, and it just lingers around. Islip's at 1.76. Normal amount of rain is 3.62 for the month. So we're actually below normal with the rainfall, even though it feels like we're not. Central Park got up to 79 today. Central Park, again, no record there. What is it with Central Park? Because of all the vegetation, right? They were still 19 degrees above normal today at Central Park. But all the other sites broke records. LaGuardia, 82. That broke the previous record of 80. And they were, that's 20 degrees above normal for the high and 19 for the day. Newark, 84. Broke the old record of 82. So pretty much record set at a lot of sites. 22 degrees above normal for the high and 20 degrees above normal for the day. JFK did also set a record at 81. That smashed the old record of 76 back in 2010. 21 degrees above normal for the high, 17 degrees above normal for the day. LaGuardia, 82 record there. I think we did LaGuardia already, didn't we? So let's go to Bridgeport. They also broke a record. They only got up to 75, but that's still a record. Broke the record of 72, set in 1964. So, yeah, a lot of record highs today. Quite a lot of record highs, and I'm pretty sure that we're other sites also saw record highs as well. Let's go to look at the Philadelphia office and see if they mentioned any record highs set today. There's some pictures of the fall color there. So, yeah, no mention of records on their website, but I assume that records were broken there, too. Let's see, maybe Boston's mentioned some records here. Here we go. Boston. Hartford set a new record of 84, and Providence set a new record of 82. So, yeah, a lot of records set today across the Northeast, and a lot of sites. The majority of sites set record highs today. So, really very, very unusual to see. So, looking at our current conditions outside right now, it's still pretty warm out there. Yeah. It's still pretty warm. 71 at Farmingdale, the dew point at 56. Northwest wind at 9. No sea breeze today at all whatsoever. That's what made it warm, even here on Long Island. No relief unless you're right along the shore. And you can see here, there are those 80s. Islip was pretty much in the 80s after 1 o'clock right through 5 o'clock. And it really didn't drop very much until the sun went down after 6:30. and then it dropped a little bit. But no sea breeze. You can see northwest winds, no sea breeze. And a little humid, too. 2 points around 60. Wasn't like it was a dry. We used to get this kind of heat, when it was ever out of place. We never had it humid. But now we have the humidity, too. That's another part of climate change. So that's what it looked like at ice slip throughout the day. So let's go look at our highs on the map. And on the map, you'll see pretty uniform. 80s, low 80s. Pretty much everywhere. Low 80s. Low 80s pretty much everywhere. Unless you were right at the shore. So maybe if you were way out east at Montauk at 77. Or if you were in Fire Island, you had a high in the mid-70s, 75. You had to be right on the water. And also the North Fork also had mid-70s. You had the cooling effect of the water around that area. But even the areas on the Cape got well into the 70s. And then here's one. And this goes pretty far north, too. Well, actually, it doesn't because the cold front was approaching. So, see, the 80s stretches to Maine, but here's the cooler weather that's slowly moving in from upstate, where they had highs only in the 60s in parts, especially western New York. A lot cooler weather is coming with this slow-moving cold front. So you can see lows. West Hampton still managed to get down to 48, even though it's so warm everywhere else. Lows generally in the mid-50s everywhere else. And let's see, lows generally in the mid-50s also in New Jersey as well. So you'll see a couple of hazards over here. Coastal flood statement and coastal flood advisory. And that's, I guess, because of the moon again. So we're seeing that more now. Every time there's a full moon, we have the coastal flood advisory because the sea levels are rising because of climate change. So with that, let's go to Wonder Map. We'll look at a few more sites here. A few more sites just to show you again what it was like. And there really wasn't any relief. Just to show you, if you were on the South Shore, let's say if you were in Babylon right here. In Babylon, well, it says West Islip. Actually, I'm clicking on West Islip. We'll use West Islip. You'll see that there really was no sea breeze even there. You had to be right on the water. 82 there. No sea breeze, though. I noticed the temperatures. Well, wait a minute. That might have been one around 5:30, because look at what happened. The temperature dropped very quickly around that time. And I wonder if we had a wind direction shift from the west to the southwest at that time, but then it went back to the northwest around 9 o'clock. So there was a sea breeze in parts of Suffolk right on the water. To say I felt it, it was very weak because I was in that area, but it was very, very, very weak. You had to be right on the beach. Like, so if you were on Fire Island, for instance, in Cherry Grove, for instance, you didn't have to deal. That's 65 there. It's much cooler there. And they only had a high of 72. Oh, man, am I jealous. Interesting, though, the temperature bumped up right there. Because they did have a little bit of a west-northwest wind for a little bit around 8 o'clock, and then it went back to the southwest again. Interesting. So you can see, there was a sea breeze over there. Right, you had to be right on the water. And you never sea breeze if you were right on the water, but you had to be right on the water. Otherwise, forget it. Even you go a little bit inland, and, you're not going to get any breeze at all. So if you go to even, let's say, North Patchogue, for instance, you could see that they had hardly no sea breeze, and it got up to like into the 80s there. No sea breeze. Yeah, 83 degrees. No sea breeze there. So you had to be right on the water. That's the thing. Otherwise, no relief. It was just pretty much like being in New Jersey pretty much all day. It's pretty much what it was, And here in, Mineola, obviously, we had the low 80s. Everybody was fairly uniform except right along the coast. Other than that, everybody was dealing with this extremely warm weather, and I don't think Seaside Heights had any relief either because, again, when you have this type of setup, the Jersey Shore really can't get a sea breeze. We will take a look and see if they did, but no, 81, no sea breeze there. No. So there you go. It kind of gives you an idea of what today was like. But tomorrow today we dealt with the heat, and I'll take it over what we have coming because we have more freaking rain coming. You can see it right there with that next wave of low pressure that's going to affect us for tomorrow, unfortunately. So, like I said, we haven't had a completely dry weekend in, 10 weekends. It's unbelievable. Let's... this is a satellite image, by the way. I don't know if I showed this to you, but this is a satellite image. You can see, I think I did show it to you already. So let's go to the models here and look at the GFS and just show you the overall thing of what's going to happen. So you can see there's a wave that comes by tomorrow, then a little break, and then another wave, perhaps part of Monday, and then this is the 18th. Now, luckily, it's suppressing this storm, and I really think hopefully this storm will be suppressed, so we won't have to deal with any rain Tuesday night and Wednesday. We'll have to deal with some clouds, but no rain before the high finally builds in and gives us mostly sunny skies. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow night. I'm more focused on just tomorrow's weather. I don't want to make this a long video. We'll look at the European, see if it has changed its mind yet, and it still refuses to stop. It still refuses to suppress it. It's unbelievable. Even the icon, I think, was suppressing it now. Yeah, even the icon suppresses it. So I don't know what the hell's up with the euro at this point. It's getting to the point where it really may need to be just completely disregarded. But let's go to regions here, and we'll look at the HRRR. Didn't I click Northeast? What's going on here? Oh, there it goes. My gosh. I don't know what's been going on today. I'm noticing Verizon Internet, both landline, Fios, and over the phone, like wireless, is just really slow today. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know. They used to be so good. But anyway, let's go to the HRRR. That's another topic altogether. So we'll look at the HRRR first. Well, it's the zeros, the HRRR, so you can visualize the rain coming in. Here it comes for your Sunday, and you can see right around the afternoon hours, you're going to have midday, the afternoon hours, you're going to have showers, and then maybe we get a break in the evening, but there could be more in the evening. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of a wet day tomorrow. It's going to linger around. It's like I said, it's a slow-moving front. You know the deal already. You know the drill. And then we could even actually see a shower or thunderstorm overnight into Monday morning. And then for Monday, yep, here comes some more rain for the morning. But by the afternoon, luckily, it looks like there'll be less rain. But tomorrow could be a wet day. And it's we'll have to see how many of these showers actually develop. It's not going to be, it's going to be scattered. It's not going to be like a steady, constant rain, but there's going to be a lot of these showers around. So it's not like it's going to rain for a little bit and then be done. No, it's going to linger around because, like I said, like the cranberry song, do you have to let it linger? Well, that's what stall front syndrome does. It has it linger around. All right. Let's look at the total accumulated precip on the HRRR here, and you'll see the heavier rain seems to be just north of the area. If you're in Jersey, you're going to avoid a lot of this rain. It looks like, according to the HRRR anyway. So if you're in Jersey, here's the rain for tomorrow. I mean, and it's not even in Jersey. It completely misses Jersey. So maybe a few showers later on, but other than that, not much. It seems like it's mostly to the north. So we'll get some of it, but mostly to the north, Hudson Valley, that kind of thing. I'll show you the front moving through. So you see here's the dew points and wind flow, and you can see there's the wind going to north. After midnight tonight, temperatures are going to drop, and then we have the northeasterly flow, and that's going to keep it damp. Even there may be drizzle around. I hope not, but we'll have to look at some of the other models and see. I hate using that. I hate drizzle. I hate it. And then you can see here's Monday, and you can see Monday we get a little bit of that warm air trying to come back into the picture just for a little bit before the cold front comes back through Monday evening. All right, because again you have that front that's just stalled out. Again, we just don't get cold fronts anymore. We don't get cold fronts anymore. We get these rainy messes that just take forever to move through. So here is your temperatures, and you'll see the temperatures will drop to the 50s by the morning, and then tomorrow we're only going to be in the 50s. But if you're in Jersey, it might actually be a little bit warmer down there, a little bit warmer. You'll have temperatures possibly up near 70 degrees still because they're south of the front. And then for Monday, you could see that you might still see some 70s in Jersey. We'll be dealing with 60s, so it might be a little warmer, mid-60s. Nothing too crazy. And then the cold air comes in, and then temperatures drop into the 40s by Monday night. And we're going to talk more about that tomorrow night because this is just going to be a shorter weather update here. Let's go look at the NAM, which this is the NAM for tomorrow. You can see, again, there's all that rain coming through right there. And it's just going to linger around. You can see some light showers could be around even in the evening. It's just going to linger around. It's not going to be very nice out, and there could even be some drizzle around as well. you got a stall front. So, when you get stall front syndrome, you can often get things like drizzle and stuff like that that develop. I'll go to the 18Z run to go a little further along here. So it shows you into Monday here. And you can see Monday get a little bit in the morning, and then Monday's significantly drier. So it's tomorrow. I think that's going to be the wetter day. And again, we could see the NAM's got a little bit of a different look to the precip. So we'll go and we'll look at the total accumulated precip, and you can see we could see between a half an inch and even an inch of more rain, even though we're actually below normal for rainfall. It's just because we've had so many of these rainfalls, but we had a few really heavy ones, but then we have a lot of these just turn out to be just light, and they just linger around all day, So now that we looked at that, obviously, why even bother looking at the skies? The sky's going to be overcast. We're not going to have any sun tomorrow. So I'm not even going to bother looking at that. One thing we can do, though, is, again, show you the moisture. So if we go to the GFS, which we've got to go back to this, and show you this. All right, so this kind of shows you everything you need to. You can see the darker greens are over our area tomorrow, right? And then we'll have a little bit of overnight into Monday, and then it's lighter green on Monday, and then we finally get into the drier air. Here we are Tuesday, kind of on the border. And then it finally works in on Wednesday. So, but again, we'll talk more about that tomorrow night. One more thing we will look at, and it'll kind of tell us if we're going to have drizzle or not, is looking at windy.com, which is the European model. Maybe I could change it to the GFS. We'll see. I could change it to the GFS. And get visibility. So let's see. I think, yeah, this is it. So this is the visibility for tomorrow. So this will kind of show us only European gives us visibility. Okay. So this is the European forecast for tomorrow. So you can see where the visibility is reduced. That's where there's precipitation falling. And you can see it's mainly to the north. But there could still be some drizzle around, perhaps. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is not going to be very nice. It's going to be a sucky Sunday, I'll put it that way. After a very hot Saturday, we go into a sucky Sunday. Of course, it would just be nice if it could be dry the whole weekend. But I'm sorry, folks. You want somebody to be mad at, don't be mad at me. You can be mad at all the people that are doing more than their fair share to change the climate, like all those huge, oversized pickup trucks that you see all over the place. Be mad at them. Be mad at the government for not taking action. Don't be mad at me. I know it sucks. If you don't want to live with all this rain, you can go live in Flagstaff where where it's much drier. But this is going to become a wetter and wetter place, unfortunately. And I hate the rain. So, anyway, I don't like the rain. I hate the rain. I hate it more than anything now. So, that is it. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.